Ask any parent who shapes a child's education, and most might point to teachers, but behind every lesson, every textbook, even every iPad, there's a group of people that you might not even see often, the school board. And no, they're not in the classroom, they're not on field trips, but their decisions do affect students. But what exactly does a school board do? Let's ask the experts, our students.
A school board?
School what?
A school board.
Well, you go to school on a board. Like a sledding board.
The board of all the people who are in charge of different things that go into what happens in our school.
Run like the schools like Donaldson, Arlington High School, Arlington Middle School, like run all the schools and stuff.
I think they just figure out things that they need to change about school.
I think a school board is kind of like all the higher ups, kind of like of a district of different schools coming together to talk about maybe things that are like problematic or things that could be adjusted or fixed.
I think it's a board. I think I'll go surfing.
I think it's probably like announcements for like anything that's happening with the school.
Okay, so maybe it's not as obvious as what a math teacher or a football coach does, but the school board plays a huge role in making all of what we do possible. First, let's talk about their main role, finding a superintendent. The board's responsible for hiring them, evaluating them, and making sure the district stays on track, but their reach goes far beyond managing one person. And let's talk money now, because without it, our schools wouldn't be able to run. The second most important job the board has is to approve the budget. And just this year, that was $69 million. The board shapes how that money will go, from textbooks to every teacher raise, and even every new building project like this fine arts facility that opened last year. It won't happen without the board's stamp of approval. And for a board at least, it's not about signing off on funds. They're thinking about the bigger picture and how it fits into the district's long-term plans, like the portrait of an ACS graduate strategic plan, our blueprint in making sure every student leaves Arlington prepared for the future. Talk about thinking strategically. Our one-of-a-kind legacy grant program, $500,000 approved by the board each year. This has made a big impact on teachers and students, helping to make those big ideas happen. From classroom projects and sporting equipment to funding out-of-state conferences for our student leaders, the board's approval of the Legacy Grant has opened doors for many families, many who couldn't afford it otherwise.
The Legacy Grant has been such a blessing to us. The Sports and Entertainment Marketing Conference would have cost each student $1,125. After receiving the Legacy Grant, each student only had to pay $350.
And the school board's job isn't just about dollars and cents. They're advocates for our folks, from the students all the way down in pre-K to teachers and parents. A lot of their work revolves around advocating for our school community right here in Shelby County, at the state capitol in Nashville, and even on the national level. They're fighting for things like teacher pay increases, solutions that give teachers more time to be in the classroom with students, and additional funding for special education to make sure every student has the tools and support they need to thrive, regardless of their abilities. And while academics is an obvious focus for the school board, they really like to think outside of the classroom, focusing on the whole student. From the spaces they learn to the fields they compete in, these plans and projects started off as ideas approved by the school board that really turned aspirations into reality. And here's the thing, their work might not always make headlines, but remember, the ACS experience is made possible by decisions made right here in this boardroom.